Good evening, everybody. Welcome to season two, episode two of Small Talk Podcast with Marlene Sharp and Chris Pomay on this Monday, February 26, 2024. And I'm looking forward to episode number two tonight with our guest, Larrett Topaz. She's going to be a speaker on the panel for the Autism in Entertainment event coming up in LA soon. And she's also the founder and executive producer of Nico Productions as well. And we're going to bring on my co-host first, Marlene Sharp. Good evening, Marlene. How
Hi.
you doing?
Good. How are you, Chris?
Good. How's the weather in LA?
Oh, it's a frigid 60 something degrees today and raining. It's like we're getting the full force of winter today. So of course no one can cope with it because we're a bunch of wimps over here in Los Angeles. But as long as we stay inside, we'll be okay. And here I just wanted to introduce you to my plus one today. This is Blanche. She might have made a cameo before, but today
that's
she's
okay.
right here. Right here is my co-pilot.
That's okay too. And I'm back volunteering at a local humane society here every week, so I get to walk and see a lot of wonderful dogs that are looking for homes as well.
Is it a beagle rescue? I know that's close to your heart.
No, it's not. It's Cambridge District Humane Society, and but hopefully one day they'll have a beagle. And beagles are I love all dogs, but beagle's my favorite breed of dog. But hey, Marlene, since you were kind enough to get our guests on tonight, I will let you introduce our guests to our audience. And I want to say thank you so much to Larrett Topaz for coming on tonight.
Great. Yes. Welcome to Larrett. Larrett, hooray. Welcome to our podcast.
Hi, it's great to be here.
Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Larrett and I go way back to 2017, pre-pandemic, pre-Taylor Swift and her boyfriend, pre all kinds of stuff. And we actually met when I was working at Sega, and that was the occasion that brought us together, was Sega and Sonic the Hedgehog. Fun fact there. And we've been friends ever since, but it was a hedgehog who brought us together.
There's always a hedgehog. What?
Can't escape.
I was just going to say 2017, that was 7 years ago. That's hard to believe. Where does the time go?
I don't know where it flies. I don't know. It's insane.
Yeah,
but I've heard that you like beagles. I have a beagle.
You do? I didn't know your dog was a beagle.
What's his name?
She's a combination between a beagle and a lab, we think. Her name is Luna.
Luna. How old is she?
Around 5, 6-ish.
5, yes.
We took her from a rescue, so usually they know approximately the age, but not, exactly.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, all my cats and dogs I've always got from rescues or from humane societies. I always believe in adopt, don't shop.
Oh yeah, we have 2 cats that we adopted as well, sisters. I think they were 5 when we adopted them or something like that. So full house.
And Lyra, tell the origin of the name of the company, Neko. Where does that come from?
Neko, first of all, Neko is a cat in Japanese. I don't speak Japanese. I've never visited in Japan. It's my dream, but I just love it. And I'm obsessed with cats. I really love cats. And my cat, prior to these two, her name was Neko. So I named the company over her. And she unfortunately died 2 years ago, but her legacy is still here.
She lives on. And you've found some cat projects to immortalize her spirit in. So Neko is an animation studio, and the live action too, but really super specialized in animation. That's a real strong suit, and that's how the company was founded in 2012.
Yes.
2012. And so so Lyrit has found herself in the business of creating cats for the screen as well.
True. I ended up working on a few projects for cats, and there's another one on its way. So yeah.
And
It stays
cats and
around the name.
hedgehogs.
Hmm?
Cats and hedgehogs.
And hedgehogs, of course.
Yes,
Who
right,
doesn't
right.
have a project with, yeah.
Right. So so Lyra and I, when we met, we were about to, or at Sego, we were about to commission a short form YouTube series called Sonic Mania Adventures. And so that was one of the things in my charge as a producer there. And so my task was to interview various animation studios for the job at hand. And I had some coworkers who had been collaborating with Lyrit, coworkers that preceded my tenure at Sega. And so a couple of them said, "Oh, you really should come over here and see what we're doing. And Neko's a very good studio, and please consider us for Sonic Mania Adventures." So I did, and my mandate at Sega was to interview a few studios. So I did that. And then I got a job at another studio and I left. And but Lyrit persevered, and she got the job on Sonic Mania Adventures and went on to fame and fortune, animating this blockbuster YouTube series that has over 100 billion, million, cajillion views
Something
today,
like
and
that.
lives on in infamy. And then she and her team did another series with Sega called Team Sonic Racing Overdrive, another YouTube series. And then I had jumped over to Level 5, which is another animation studio very similar to Sega, except their equivalent of the hedgehog is Jibanyan the cat, and from Yokai Watch. And so so I was working on a series there called Snack World, and was able to bring Neko and Lyrit's team into Snack World. So we were able to work together on that. And then we've just been friends ever since, and collaborated on some things starting last year, including the book 101 Reasons Why, which is something Chris and I talked about on our last episode. Yep, we had, yep, perfect. There it is. There it is.
With my background, dude. Okay. Yeah.
Comes in and out. But we had your co-author Peyton McDevitt scheduled for our last show, and she unfortunately wasn't able to come. But we talked about 101 Reasons Why anyway. And then now that we have you, Lyrit, we can get the real scoop. We can get all the dirt and the scandal behind the book. All the tabloid news that's
No scandals.
Yeah, that's what we want to hear. The scandals, you know, all the backstabbing and treachery that went on behind the scenes.
Everything is smooth and good. No scandals.
Do you want to talk a little bit about how 101 Reasons Why happened? Because it's a book and not animation, right? So that's a little bit of a departure for you.
Yeah, so Ophir, the creator, and I, we know each other for more than 20 years now. And he came to me with the concept, and we've been working on it for a while to turn it into a show. And just at one point, I told him, "Listen, this is a graphic novel. I can see it. I know how it needs to be. This is a graphic novel, and that's going to be one of the biggest graphic novels in the States, and not only in the States." And I told it to him, I think, a year ago, and mark my word, this is going to happen. And I just decided to turn it into a graphic novel that I have here. And later on, it will become a show. It will be a show. But it's extremely funny, and it's a great concept. Should I tell what's the concept?
Yes, please do.
Yes.
So do you know how kids, they have excuses for everything, for whatever they did or did not do. Like crazy, funny, weird, over the top excuses for everything, right? So basically the concept here, it's 101 reasons why. That's the universe. 101 reasons why I lost my homework again. 101 reasons why I'm late for school. 101 reasons why I don't want to take a shower. 101 reasons why I lost a sock. 101 reasons why I don't want to go to gym, and so on and so on and so on. And in every series like this, we have a bunch of volumes. So for example, 101 reasons why I lost my homework again, the snotty snail. 101 reasons why I lost my homework again, holy schmoly, I'm a banana. Like, you know, extreme funny excuses why he lost his homework, which it turned to be the truth. It really happened. He's not, you know, he's not inventing anything at the end of the book. You know, oh my God, it is truth. But during the book, you have so many fun situations, and it's funny, it's hilarious, it's fun, it's great designs, and you know, every kid that I show it to them, I keep on asking, do you have an excuse? Did you ever say an excuse to what happened with your homework? And one day I took my my son and his friend, and I was asking his friend, did you ever tell excuses why you didn't have homework? And he's like, yes, but it was not an excuse. It really happened, but everyone thought it's an excuse. And I'm like, what happened? My dad ran over the homework. So, you know, every single person, kid, adult, teacher, parent, whatever, relates to that.
including myself.
Oh, really? What now? Tell Chris, why do you find that topic relatable? Have you ever come up with an excuse for anything?
My dog ate my homework. I misplaced my parents threw my homework in the garbage, or I just forgot about it, or I guess my dog ate my homework was one of my biggest excuses. But I can relate to it. I made some excuses. So I think that's a great book. Larry, I wanted to ask you a couple quick questions here. Is what was the process like writing this book, and how was it publishing the book as well, getting it published?
The process was basically Ophir wrote the first book, and Peyton McDevitt, she edited it. So we had everything. We had the script, and then one of my artists, Tyrone, he broke it down, the script, as if he was working on a storyboard, with camera angles, fun movements, really the same process as if we were to work on an animated segment. And then we took this and we got it into refinement of the lines. And the rest of the artists, we had Bobo and we had Beata, and then we painted it, colored it, and we came up with you know, the color scheme and the types of the characters and the wackiness and the bubble, how to create the bubble and what font to use, and how to make sure whenever it's a dream or whenever they really talk. And we had John Chabletsky, which really helped us learning the world of graphic novels and books and all the rules that we didn't know ahead of time. We had a lot of fun with it. We explored, and to publish it, it's the world of books. It's something that it's new to us. It's the first time we're doing that. It's very interesting. It's like a whole complete new world, another division, yeah. And now it's in stores. I mean, online stores currently. We just launched it, but it's amazing.
Would it be available? Would it be available on
It's on Amazon.
Amazon.ca here in Canada and Amazon.com? Is it okay?
Mhm.
Definitely. And I have a viewer, Evan, watching. He said, "What about the excuse? What about the cat that took a washroom break on it on my homework?"
What about what?
Oh,
Oh,
that's what Evan was saying, that he had the excuse of about my cat took a washroom break on my book or my homework.
Well, whenever it combines cat with something that in this case it's an excuse for the book, it works perfect.
yeah, that could
Um,
be a whole book in itself. Take that note, Lyrit. That could be one of the sequels. There are several sequels in the works.
yeah, the beauty really, everyone has excuses, fun excuses, wacky excuses, so it's like it's endless. We even have here, for example, I don't know if you can see, but for the next books, I lost my homework again. Let's go prehistoric, or zombies don't swim, or the holy schmoly, I'm a banana, as I said earlier. So yeah,
Have you thought about turning this into a TV series or a sitcom or maybe a movie
of course,
at one point?
it is going to be a show. It will be a show. My plan is first of all to have the book to it's published, but more to push it more out. We already have the second book in writing, and we have the concepts for the next ones. And I want to publish a few more volumes, and then to take it into a show. Whenever you work on a show or create a concept like a world, the idea behind it, or what everyone is looking for, to make sure that it's not just one season, right? That there's meat, there's something to do for more seasons or spin-offs or whatnot. And here you just start and you have so many ideas for so many seasons, and we already have the idea for the spin-off series. So it's like it's literally endless, and funny.
How satisfying was it to see your book come out in public?
Wow. Wow. It was so satisfying. I was so happy. It came home and I opened the box and I was like, ah. First of all, it came even beautiful and nicer and great quality, even more than I expected. And just to see it like as a book, it was we have the hardcover and the soft cover. It was very, very, very emotional and fun. And especially because I dreamt it, because I just saw it in my vision, when I told Ophir that this needs to be a graphic novel, and I already knew how it's going to look like. I'll tell you even more than that. I can already see how it's going to be at the store and where it's going to be led in the store.
Are you going to be
So,
signing? Are you going to be signing copies of your book in
but
the
of
future?
course, yes, but Ophir should as well. He is the creator, so
Lyra, you have a chance to maybe bring some books and sign some books at the upcoming Autism and Entertainment
You know
Con.
what? I think it's a great idea.
You could do that. Um, Lyrit and I are both speaking at a conference on April 5th in Los Angeles at the Skirball Center. It's called Autism and Entertainment. And actually, the book 101 Reasons Why has a very soft message or moral to the story about anti-bullying. And that's something that's really important to the autism community, because a lot of both kids and adults on the spectrum are bullied, and also especially adults passed over for jobs and opportunities. So this conference is the first one of its kind that will unite potential employers with talent on the autism spectrum. And Lyrit has been learning a lot about that particular population. She's been interviewing for various positions, people on the spectrum, and the book does carry that message as well. So it all ties together.
Yeah, and you mentioned opportunities, and I've got to say that something I think what leads me throughout my career, it's providing opportunities. Because because before I founded the studio, I founded an animation school, an online animation school with teachers from Hollywood, and we're teaching in different languages, basically to bring the knowledge and the level to people that are not necessarily in the States, not necessarily know English, not necessarily have the ability to pay the amount that it costs here. And right after I founded the school, basically to bring those, it was 12 years ago, before anyone thought about learning online and whatnot. And when I opened the studio, one of my thoughts, it was that I've been a producer for so many years. I'm a producer. I know how to produce. We're here physically in the industry, but with having the school, at the end of the day, I can provide opportunities to graduates to go into the industry and to have their opportunity, like to open a door for them. And I think everything that I do and everything that I'm planning on doing, and I have my own goals where I want to get, always it has something with having the strength and the ability to give opportunities to others, and just for everyone to have fair chances.
Marlene?
Yeah, agreed. It is. It applies to so many different people too. It's of course we're talking about autism, people, neurodivergent people on the autism spectrum, but inclusion is for everybody. And at one time or another, most people feel like they're excluded. So it's also a message of kindness. And with the book, it's kind of like taking your medicine with sugar, because it's very funny, and you can see the repercussions of bullying, and you can see the humorous situations, but it's not preachy. And that's also the conference is meant to be entertaining and informative as well. But there are a number of speakers like Lyrit, who are in the entertainment business, who have cool stuff to share and interesting stories. Like one of the speakers is Jorge Gutierrez, a very well-known director, artist, and animator, and he created a Netflix show called Maya and the Three, and also El Tigre on Nickelodeon, and he directed a movie called Book of Life, and he's on the autism spectrum, so he'll be the keynote speaker. And then another of our keynote speakers is Danny Bowman, who is one of the series regulars on the Netflix show Love on the Spectrum. Blanche is a particular fan of Danny Bowman. She's definitely the standout. If you've not watched Love on the Spectrum, I highly recommend it. And Danny definitely is the star of the show. She has the most personality, and she's very funny, and she's a great speaker too. But she's on the spectrum, and she's an animator as well as a public personality. So so rather than the conference being a day full of lectures about why it's good to hire people on the spectrum, it's more like showing all these different personalities and creativity, and there will be videos and cool stuff all over the place to lead by example. And so 101 Reasons Why is a good manifestation of that too.
I have a viewer question. It's from a Facebook user. I'm not sure who it is, but they want to ask Lyrit, has Lyrit casted voiceover talent with disabilities in the past, and will she for the 101 Reasons Why an animated show or others in the future?
I don't know, because it's not something that I'm specifically checking. It's like, if you're talented, it doesn't matter who you are, if you're in the spectrum, not on the spectrum, if you're talented and you're a good person, that's the only thing that is important and trustworthy. So I might have for both. Again, it's all about opportunities.
Absolutely.
But
Go ahead.
Lyrit has done a lot of casting. So You want to say a few words about the recent casting that you've done, Lyrit?
I did a casting for a feature film that is about to be released, I think, in the States soon. I did few casting for projects. I mean, before I became an animation producer, I was a live action producer, and as a part of being a live action producer, I casted a few of the projects. It's one of the things that I like to do the most. Again, it goes back to opportunities for a very weird way everything connects. But I remember when I produced a feature film many, many years back, and I casted it. And I remember that at the end of the casting day, one of the actors came to me and tell me that it was very, very nice and respectful, and it was a very good experience, because usually during casting or auditions, they get like very they're not being treated really nice, and it made me on one end very happy to know that he had a good experience with me, but it made me feel a little bit upset about the idea that, you know, actors, they come in, they give everything they have, they take all the like, they're out there, right, and they get reactions that might very hurt them personally. So I love to cast.
I want to ask you this, Lyrit. Casting, what's the most people you've ever casted in a week or a day? And what is one of the most difficult aspects of the casting as well?
What was the first question? Because I didn't hear you.
Okay. What is the process like of casting? Like, what's the most people that you've ever cast for a role? And what are some of the most difficult aspects of casting as well?
So of course you cast one person per role at the end. What is the most tough? It's the toughest
Aspect of it.
I think you have a lot of options for each role. So it's to nail the out of everyone, of course, who's the best for the specific role. And again, it's not only the talent aspects, because there are a lot of talented people, but I think you have to look at it as one whole of the person, the personality of the actual person, the actor. How can they get feedback? How they can get criticism? How they get guidance from the director? And so on and so on. How versatile can they be? And I think that one part that makes it a little bit harder is to see a lot of people that's their dream. They want to do it. They want to get the opportunity, but you know, they're being told, no, you're not good enough. And it doesn't mean that something is wrong with you if you don't get the job. It's not the right fit for this specific role. Yeah, that's it.
I call it setback. I'm in media right now, and I've had a lot of successes, but I've also had a lot of rejections. I don't like using the word failure. I use the word setback, where it means not now at this time and moment, but it doesn't mean it can't happen in the future.
But it's in everything. It doesn't have to be specifically if you are an actor. In every single thing that you do, right? You have challenges on the way. You have setbacks. You hear a lot of no's. It's always a challenge, and it doesn't mean that you are not okay. It's not the right timing. It's not the right combination. It's just not meant for you, or it's not the right client, because the communication won't be good, or it's not the same energy, so.
And sometimes you'll get a job and you'll think it's the best thing in the world that ever happened to you, and you get in the situation and it turns out to be a nightmare. And then sometimes you'll accept the job and it seems like it's not going to be so great, and then it turns out to be one of the best experiences ever. So it's hard to predict. It seems like you just need to go through it and try to make the best of what is in front of you.
I think that the most important thing always is just to listen to your gut. I think our gut knows. I don't know. I'm not sure in English what's the right way to say it, but it knows way better than us, way better than the head, way before us, and we just need to listen. And I think listening to ourselves and the inner voice can prevent 90% of, the situations.
Absolutely agree with you there. And I've even turned down some jobs where the money was good, but my gut feeling told me it wasn't a good fit for me. And now I look at it, I made the right decision.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you want to enjoy, you want to work with people that you like, you want to be happy, you want to
Absolutely.
feel satisfaction. So, go to sleep in a knowing that you're doing what you want to do, how you want to do it, to feel good with yourself. So it's important.
Marlene, I have another question here for Larrett from a Facebook user. I'm not sure who it is, but they want to know if Larrett, if a voice talent on a spectrum auditioned for your project, and a typical person, would you give them the voiceover talent on the spectrum the role if they did a good job? And do you believe that a voiceover talent on the spectrum are capable of voicing more than just roles of characters with disabilities, typical characters? And would you help get the voiceover actor on the spectrum's foot in the door by hiring them?
I think again, if it doesn't matter if the person is on the spectrum or not, if the person is talented, good, trustworthy, hardworking, then of course, I think we should. I think that everyone deserves equal opportunity, and I think that I don't. There's no need to give someone more. We would not have the need to give someone extra opportunity if all of us would just give the same opportunities to everyone, no matter, on the spectrum, not on the spectrum, race, color, it doesn't matter.
Absolutely. And Marlene, is it okay if I play a little video clip from the YouTube channel
yeah.
for autism in entertainment? And then I want to ask Larrett how she got involved in it and
Yes, please do. Please
the
do.
upcoming event, I believe, on April 5th. Okay, 1
Yes.
second. Let me know if you can hear the audio okay.
Yeah.
Hi, I am Deanie Bowman, founder and CEO of Deaniemation Entertainment, an animation company that I started in 2009, and I also happen to be on the autism spectrum. Being an animator has always been part of who I am, and I evolved to also become an educator. When I was 3 years old, before I could speak, my parents had an abundant collection of VHS tapes of animated movies. I used to pause the VHS a second forward each time, rewind it, and play the clip again. So I decided to try it with my plush toys and a camera by moving them and taking a picture. Move them, take a picture, move them, take another picture. Then I would ask my parents to develop the film. When I would get the film back, I would flip it like a flip book. Right here I have a flip book example, a wonky face. At age 11, when I moved in with my aunt and uncle, I showed them my picture books and animation that I had been working on just by using PowerPoint, MS Paint, and Adobe Photoshop. The first animation software I was introduced to by my uncle was Toon Boom Studio, which gave me the idea to start an animation company. I was just 11 and I didn't understand the reality of being my own boss. However, my aunt and uncle did take me seriously and helped me develop my company by helping me create a website. But I needed my aunt and uncle as my team to make it happen because nobody does it alone. It's important to have a team. Since then, I've received a BFA in animation in 2018 and an MBA in global strategy and leadership in 2020. One of the challenges was, first of all, learning to accept my autism. Growing up, I was not told that I have autism. I didn't know what that was until age 11 when I moved in with my aunt and uncle. It was a blessing because I could do all these amazing things I probably would not be able to do if it wasn't for my autism. Well, first of all, if someone would like to pursue a career, it could be animation or anything, there is no age limit. I started my company when I was 14 years old. Second, it's okay to ask for help. Nobody does it alone. Get a strong team behind you of people that really believe in you and your mission, just like my aunt and uncle who believed in my mission. Third, remember to get out of your comfort zone. Push yourself because nobody is going to do it for you. I know it's difficult for me to push myself as well, but that's part of growing up. Diligence and organization are the keys to a successful independent living adult. Also remember, it's not only about the more you learn, the more you earn. Apply what you learn. If you're striving to get a degree based on your passion, it's more than about getting straight A's in class. However, don't fear failure. Everyone fails at one time or another, and that's part of the learning process. No matter how bad failure may feel, you must keep trying as long as you can. Don't compare yourself to others. Everyone has different career paths. That is the reason why you must find your passion first. And always be grateful for what you already have, and you will attract more good things. And take advantage of many networking opportunities depending on your passion and field. Take classes outside of college based on your passion and go to conferences and events. Don't listen to the naysayers. Just because they said you cannot do this or you cannot do that, just look straight at them and say, yes, I can and I will, just watch me. First, being part of the entire animation process and seeing the final product. And I enjoyed watching my students that I teach at animation workshops unleash their creativity by creating their short films. I love going and being part of animation events, like film screenings, panels, and conventions, locally and around the country. The superpowers I possess is the ability to hyperfocus and to stay on task. I also have the eagle eyes to see any small details. I have a passion of endless research and the ability to communicate the same language as my autistic peers. Not literally, what I mean the same level of communication and sharing common interests in animation.
Thoughts on the video, Marlene and Larrett?
I loved it.
I love it too. I love it too. And full disclosure, we've made 6 videos like that for the conference to promote the conference. They all star folks who are on the autism spectrum who've had very noteworthy achievements in their entertainment careers. And with Danny's film, we've been submitting it to film festivals, and it's been accepted into one already called Kids First Film Festival. So we're really proud of that. And yeah, Danny will be a speaker. She'll be in person at the Autism and Entertainment Conference. So you'll get to meet her, Lyrit.
I agree with everything she said.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything.
And
Very
what
nice.
date is it again?
It's April 5th. It's in
And
Los
what time?
Angeles.
Okay.
Yeah, it's April 5th. It's in Los Angeles. The website is autisminentertainment.org. And there is an application process in order to be able to register. You first fill out the application, and then there's a review process that happens behind the scenes. And then if you are accepted, then you will be invited to officially register. So you can do all that on the website, and it's free. Unfortunately, there's not an online component. It's in person. And so you do
No
have to
live
be here in Los Angeles to partake.
streaming. Okay.
But there will be, but everything will be recorded, and it'll be available for free on YouTube after the conference. You can watch all of the different sessions. And it's also free to attend in person if you're here and you're accepted.
It's for free. Okay. And how many speakers are generally in this one-day event?
Well, this is the first one ever. So so it's as many as we can pack in there, but all the speakers that, well, but not all of them, most of them are on the website already. And several of them are speaking on panels. Like, for instance, Lyrit is on a panel for small businesses that are open to hiring people on the spectrum. So there will be a variety of small production companies and other kinds of small entertainment businesses that will be represented on her panel. And then I'm on a couple of panels, but one of the panels that I'm moderating is about video games. So so the panels, some of them will be tailored toward people on the spectrum who have maybe 1 or 2 years of experience under their belts. And then there's a whole other set of breakout sessions that are tailored toward potential employers who are open to the idea of hiring people on the spectrum and how they might go about doing that. There are some incentive programs through the local and state government in Southern California and California in general. So those will be the sessions for employers. And we hope to do it again next year. We just don't know. We hope this one goes well.
And maybe in the future you can have one in Canada as well.
I hope so. We need sponsorships. So anyone out there who wants to sponsor a conference in a different city or next year in Los Angeles or whatever, please come forward because we need you.
That was my next question. And what if somebody's watching this live stream or on audio or on my radio station?
Well, that's a good question.
Who do you contact? Let's do this way.
Guess what? I'm the head of sponsorships. Hooray! So as long as I know, it's your lucky day. Any potential sponsors, you won the lottery. And Blanche too, of course. She's my co-chair of the sponsorship committee. But we're very fortunate that we have a grant from the California Department of Developmental Services that is underwriting the main part of the conference, which is all the different panels and breakout sessions, and then we'll have a small exhibit floor. But we do have room for sponsors. We need sponsors for some things that aren't covered by the grant. And one of those is a late afternoon networking event. We'd like to have some kind of a mix and mingle kind of cocktail party maybe, or if not the funds for a cocktail party, then an ice cream social or snacks. And then also people are able to get a table, rent a display table if they want to demonstrate or network or show off their business or recruit for their company or something like that. So we're making that available to people for a relatively inexpensive price. And then also Jorge Gutierrez designed these amazingly beautiful shirts that have a little anthropomorphized camera on them, and it says Autism and Entertainment. And we're selling those shirts on Threadless. So it's Hot Topics print on demand companion site called Threadless, and it's under Jorge's store called Mexopolis, and that's the only official store, by the way. There are a lot of pirates who ripped the design and they're selling them on all these pirate sites. Only buy from Threadless because those proceeds go to the conference. All the rest of them are not legit. So yeah, those are the things that we're doing to try to raise funds for the extras, the conference extras.
how much for t-shirts, and you want to promote the website and Gmail address as well?
There is, the website is autismandentertainment.org. And there is, I think, a Gmail, autismandentertainment@gmail.com. That those queries do not go to me. They go to our, I think, our esteemed founder, Judy Utah. But if anybody wants to email me directly about sponsorships, please do. And I'm at Marlene@necoproductions.com and also Marlene@pinkpoodleproductions.com.
Lyric, some final thoughts on this, being involved in this?
Not something in particular. I'm just, I'm happy. I'm excited. Yeah.
And Marlene, what is the goal? Like, how much is there a money goal that they're going to try to raise from this event?
The goal is $25,000. That's the goal for the shortfall that we have in our budget. So there is a donation portal also on the website. So if someone just wants to donate out of the goodness of their heart, we won't say no to that either. And the conference does cost a lot more than $25,000, but we do have a generous grant from the California DDS, and we're just trying to raise the money for the extras that aren't covered by the grant.
Okay, and finally, we'll wrap this up. This is for both of you. I'm going to go with Lyric first. What are some fun facts about yourself?
Wow. Fun fact.
Or one fun fact about yourself.
I can do Dolan Duck voice.
What kind of voice is that?
Donald Duck.
Oh, Donald Duck. Oh, okay. Well, I think you're going to have to do it then. I think
Awesome. Good job. I don't have that talent, so awesome.
Great.
Marlene, you're up next.
Oh, for a fun fact. Well, you can't see it, but I'm engaged in a staring contest with my dog right now. It's kind of a contest of wills because she's saying that it's time to get off of this Zoom. I've had too many Zooms today. And so that, I don't know if it's a fun fact, but that's an authentic fact. It's definitely happening, and it's happening right here.
Absolutely. And Lyric, if my audience wants to follow you, are you on a one social media website where they could follow you?
Sure. On Instagram and on Facebook. I don't even know what's the name there, but just to click my full name. I'm the only person in the whole wide world with this name. So it's relatively easy to find me.
All right. Well, Lyric, I want to say thank you for coming on our second episode in season 2. And Marlene, do you have any final thoughts before we wrap this up?
Thank you, Lyric. And Blanche says thank you too. She also says, please let this be over now because she has to go outside. But overall, we're both very grateful for Lyric coming on the show. And Chris, of course, eternal gratitude for having us as co-hosts.
Well, thank you so much. And I will send you guys a video copy of this show, and it will air on radio station WQEE 99.1 FM in Georgia, and also a new radio station I'm on here in Windsor, Detroit area, CK RT. It's a classic rock and talk station. So I'm going to be on the air even more in Canada and the States.
Nice.
Thank you so much. I started my career later in life, and age is just a number. And the biggest thing is whatever you're doing in life, you have to have a passion. And I took 47 years to find my passion.
It's good that you found it.
Okay, well, it's a pleasure having you on the show. Marlene, we'll see you back here in March for episode 3 in March. And again, thank you so much. Lara, continued success. And you guys will have to let me know how this event goes on April 5th as well.
Will do. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good night, ladies. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. That was season 2, episode 2 of the Small Talk podcast with my co-host Marlene Sharp and myself, and our special guest Lara Topaz tonight. She is a speaker on the Autism and Entertainment panel that's taking place in Los Angeles on Friday. And she's also the founder and executive producer of Nico Productions, which Marlene Sharp is a part of as well. We're going to wrap this show up soon, guys, but I just want to do a little plug here. Can you check out Shoes Appliance Center at 397 Woodlawn Road in Guelph and ask for Peter Lombardo? He's in sales, 519-824-4925, or you can email Peter at shoeappliance.com. Again, you can check out if you're looking for a stove or a washing machine or a dryer or a fridge or even a barbecue. Again, check out Shoes Appliance Store here in Guelph at 397 Woodlawn Road. 397 Woodlawn Road in Guelph. And again, ask for Peter Lombardo in sales. And again, you can contact him at 519-824-4925, or you can email Peter at shoeappliance.com. I'm quite happy with my new washing machine from Shoe Appliances here in Guelph. Also, if you're looking to adopt a pet and you're in the Guelph, Kitchener-Waterloo, Cambridge area, check out the Cambridge and District Humane Society at 1650 Dunbar Road in Cambridge, Ontario. You can call them at 519-623-7722, or you can visit their website at cambridgehumanesociety.org. That's cambridgehumanesociety.org, and I'm volunteering with them as a dog walker and a future fundraiser for them as well. So again, Cambridge District Humane Society, 1650 Dunbar Road in Cambridge, and their number again, 519-623-7722 as well. Finally, guys, we're going to wrap this show up, and I'm excited about this announcement. My next live with CDP Sports Talk, brought to you by Barry Cullen Chevrolet, is Tuesday, February 27th, tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. Eastern, with guest Rachel Stacy, a Nashville recording artist, singer, songwriter, and a fiddler. And she just released her latest song in December called Empty Glass. So I hope you guys can tune into season 7, episode 43 of Live with CDP Sports Talk with my guest musician, Rachel Stacy, tomorrow at 2:30 Eastern, 1:30 Central, and 11:30 on the West Coast time. And I'm excited about that as well. And also some other news. Live with CDP Sports Talk is now on radio station CKRT Border City Radio in Windsor, Ontario on Friday afternoons at 1 p.m. and Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern. And you can check out the website, CKRT Border City, and a special thanks to their station manager and owner, Donna, for bringing me aboard the radio station as well. And that's about it. Again, I want to say thank you to Marlene Sharp for coming on tonight, as well as Lara Topaz from Nico Productions, and speaking to us a little bit about her book and also about the Autism in Entertainment event coming up Friday, April 5th in Los Angeles as well. And again, the Small Talk podcast is live streamed on YouTube, Facebook, the Small Talk Facebook page, Twitter/X, Twitch, LinkedIn, and now on Instagram as well. And also, you guys can check out my website at beacons.ai/Chris D. Pomay. I hope everybody has a great night, and thank you to everyone watching this live streamed and on audio. Season 2, Episode 2 of the Small Talk podcast here on this Monday, February 26, 2024. Looking forward to Episode 3 with my co-host Marlene Sharp in March, and we will make an announcement who our next guest is and when our next show is going to be in March as well. So I hope everybody has a great evening, and also can check out live with CDP Sports Talk again tomorrow. Brought to you by Barry Cohen Chevrolet here in Guelph on Tuesday, February 27th, 2:30 with Rachel Stacy. I hope everybody has a great night. Thank you for watching and listening to the Small Talk podcast with Marlene and Chris and our special guest tonight, Larry Topaz as well. Have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you back here tomorrow at 2:30 for Live with CDP Sports Talk.